3, 2, 1.
All right, welcome to our second review of the evening, final one of the week. A game called Illville Return Instructions. You've probably never heard of this one. Not surprising. It's a pretty obscure release. I got a copy of this a few weeks ago from a European source of indeterminate country. Indeed, there's a lot of indeterminate about this because I don't know where the developer comes from either. Tusha Works, I believe it. I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce that.
It almost seems like it's something Scandinavian, but
yeah, I do know that it's the PR materials were definitely delivered in English as a second language.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So, but anyway, Illville Return Instructions is a 3D adventure game, and that's about it.
Like walking simulator adventure game, or like...
Oh, no. Classic adventure game, figure out puzzles. The thing of it is, and the thing that they're not going to tell you on the PR materials is, this is episode 1. And if you don't know how that changes everything, well, that means this game is about 3 hours long, and that's being generous. That's not necessarily a problem in and of itself. We have reviewed games like this before, but that ties... I know we bring up the price later on, but I have to bring up the price here. This is $20.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're flat out asking $20 for an episode 1.
Yeah, like just looking at the graphics in the trailer, it looks fine. If it was like a little more meaty, I could say, go for 20 if you're really into this kind of thing.
I'm
but
like,
if it's just like an episode 1, no.
Yeah, I'm like,
unless the later episodes come free.
Yeah.
Which,
well, that's another thing. Like, I've got the PR before me, and it doesn't really it doesn't say anything about episodes. You're not going to find that on the Steam page. You're not going to find it really anywhere unless you actually play through the game or you watch it on YouTube.
Yeah. So basically, if it's like Life is Strange style, where you like pay an amount for the base game and then you get like a deep discount on the rest of it, then that's fine. Or if it's like free DLC, that's fine too. But if you're like paying $20 per episode, no.
Yeah, I'm like, that's the thing. I have no idea what they're going to do with future episodes. And make no mistake, that this is very much an episode 1. Like, it stops. It doesn't end. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Anyway, and what there is here isn't very long. There's about 4 or 5 locations in total. Like, and they're not very interesting environments. I mean, unless you find like trains and a generic English village all that interesting, like, a train station. Like, seriously, Now that there's about 4 or 5 locations, and the puzzles are unlock the door varieties, and it's the worst kind of adventure game puzzle. Pixel hunting.
Oh God.
Oh, lovely.
Oh boy, I hope you like finding needles in haystacks.
Yeah, it's like that. That was, oh God, like one of the earliest puzzles is trying to open up a train, trying to open up a train door, and like, fucking hell. One of the items was hidden in a very illogical spot. It was right above a door in the hallway. And the game is full of those.
It looks to be in first person.
Yes, it's a first person. It's trying to I think, trying to be horror filled, or something along those lines. It's not. Like, not really. Like, it's also trying to be kind of bizarre, but meh. That's really the word I could give this game. It's a decent chunk of an adventure game. Kind of reminds me of that our Cardin game we reviewed a few weeks ago, or however you pronounce that. It was a similar manifold. It was less a game and more a slice of a game. It's just that other game was only $1 or so. This is $20. This is not worth $20. This would barely be worth $5.
Yeah.
It's like, like I said, I suppose another thing to mention is the voice acting. This game actually has it, and I wish it didn't.
Oh God.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's quite terrible. Like
non-English.
Are there bad English accents, or are they just good English accents with terrible acting?
The latter.
Oh no.
I'm at least certain that they're native speakers.
And not the custodial staff. They just kind of rounded up.
Yeah, kind of like that. It's just like like the beginning conversation. They're talking in almost the same tone and cadence. So I didn't. There were points where I couldn't actually figure out when one person would stop talking and the other person started talking.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. And also pretty bad are the facial features on this guy. Jeez, that was about the creepiest thing in the game.
So Uncanny Valley.
Yeah. I mean, the graphics themselves are all right. They're just purposefully bland because you're in very bland locations.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did have some performance issues though. Load times were fucking terrible. Like, it took a few minutes to wander across a few locations, and it was never consistent. Sometimes it'd load real fast, sometimes it was really fucking slow. And I don't know what was causing it. Now, with these kinds of things, it might have been my system. See, this is the issue when we only have a single game. We don't know if a performance issue is necessarily a system or if it's something that's baked into the game.
And sometimes it is a system thing, especially because Adam has a
laptop,
and some games just don't like laptops for various reasons.
Yeah, integrated circuits don't play well with certain games. But, geez. Music, I'm honestly trying to remember if there was music in this game, which kind of says it all there. And yeah, there's really not it's in Unreal Engine, and I presume it's Unreal Engine 4. So if it's a performance issue, it's not necessarily an engine issue. Where it would be like with say Unity, like, you know, and yeah, I'm struggling to come up with stuff here because, you know, it's an episodic chunk of a game, and not a particularly compelling one. Not terrible, but overpriced. Definitely overpriced. And yeah, I think I'll about do it. Any comments from the peanut gallery over there?
Not really. I mean, it looks like a game that, honestly, if you didn't mention the adventure game portions, I probably would have just wrote this off as a walking simulator. It looks so bland.
Well, I mean, it's in England. England isn't known for its being a thrilling location usually, especially in remote villages.
I'm like, well, now that you've offended the nation of England.
Yeah, I was about to say, Jesus, dude.
England is a comfy place, not a thrilling place.
I've been to England. Like, it can be interesting. So, anyway. Yeah, that'll about do it for the reviews. And the week ahead. So, are we doing anything for MSP, or?
I am really trying to nail down the D-pad.
Yeah, I've still not heard back from my peoples.
Okay, so that's the situation there. Coming up on Fragments of Silicon, we have our last Tuesday show of the year. In Andreas Iles of Porygon LLC. He is the developer of Computer Tycoon, a game I believe we all got.
I think so. I haven't played it yet.
I've loaded it up, and oh boy, is it intimidating.
It's the developer's like Polygon with an H and an I instead of a P and a Y.
Something, yeah. Progorion.
Oh, okay.
Porygon.
Different than.
Yeah. So that's because Computer Tycoon. I think I mentioned this last time, but this isn't a typical tycoon game like Zoo Tycoon or Water Park Tycoon. That is a legitimate game. Prison Tycoon, another one. You know, anything like that. This is actually a grand strategy game.
Yeah.
More akin to, say, Crusader Kings.
Yeah, if you want some background for this, go watch Pirates of Silicon Valley.
And I mean, I guess that is fitting for what being a computer tycoon was like back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, let's just say the developer is very passionate about the computer scene, and Steve Jobs in particular. I remember that from the press materials. So, yeah. So that's coming up on Tuesday, coming up on Wednesday. I can confirm that Dean Dodrell of Humble Hearts, not so much returning to this show, because last time we interviewed him, I believe that was on MSP.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, he's the creator of Dust Elysian Tale. And we're going to be talking about his latest game, Don't Stop Sneaking, which is releasing exclusively for the Nintendo Switch this week. Like,
nifty.
And we actually got a copy, so I've actually been playing that.
Yeah, and that's going to be handy because coming up next week in our reviews are 9 Parchments, Never Stop Sneaking. Yeah, you're covering that one on your own, Galax, since you're the only one who has a Switch here. And finally concluding things with 12 Orbits. This is going to be an interesting one. This also means we're going to have a Friday show because 9 Parchments is a multiplayer-heavy game.
Hooray!
Yeah. And 12 Orbits is also touting its multiplayer, but it's kind of a single screen thing. I'm not sure if that has actual like online multiplayer. Anyway, yeah, that's what's coming up on the week ahead here on Fragments of Silicon. Hopefully you'll join us for the entire thing.